Mattresses are my number one source of toxic chemicals that our faces are, up against the mattress for 8 hours a night. We're breathing in formaldehyde, boric acid, flame retardants, polyurethane foam. It's just an enormous stew of toxins that we are being exposed to. And if the one thing you can do is to buy a mattress without these chemicals, you'll be saving yourself a lot of time and money and enhancing your health. When I started sleeping on I sleep on a naturopathic mattress, and when I started sleeping on that, I noticed that my sleep became deeper. I woke up refreshed, and I started dreaming. Remembering my dreams, which was an added bonus. I just thought, wow, that's interesting. So obviously there was something about the physiology and the relaxation that allowed me to remember my dreams, which was sort of this really great added bonus. So you want to look for a mattress that doesn't contain these harsh chemicals, flame retardants, and look for ones that use like natural latex, organic cotton, wool, that sort of thing, so that they don't, we just don't even know what impact they have on our health. It's especially for children, young children, and they're putting flame retardants in these nap mats that children are sleeping on now. So it's criminal. I just think it's criminal. There's a better way. Yes, well, the European Union has the precautionary principle where they, if a product has to be proven by the manufacturer to be safe before they put it on the market. Here in America, it's the opposite. But also, European Union, they banned artificial food dyes. And so, because they create temper tantrums in normal children. So why are they being sold here is a mystery. The food dyes are in our vitamins, they're in children's cough syrup, they're in the blue yogurt that kids are eating in the squeezy thing. If you go to McDonald's in the UK, their strawberry sundae is colored with real strawberries, and here it's made with FDA number 3, red dye number 2. Orange Fanta soda is made from pumpkin extract there. Here it's made from, again, artificial colors. I've picked up a box of Kraft macaroni and cheese in London, and I looked at the label and it said colored with annatto, which is a plant-based coloring. And here it's FDC number 2, number 1, yellow dye, blah, blah, blah. It's just like insane. So no reason for it. But so again, we as consumers need to pay attention, read the labels, don't buy things that have food dyes in it. Mineral oil comes from crude oil, basically, and it's not a good idea to use on a newborn baby. Absolutely not. So coconut oil would be a great substitute. It's yummy, it comes from a plant, and it's not harmful, and you could eat it. You don't want to put anything on a baby's skin that you wouldn't want to put in your mouth. Our skin is our largest organ, and it absorbs. It absorbs what we put on it. It goes into our bloodstream. Every microwave oven I've ever tested, because I go to people's homes and I have this Gauss meter, they leak. You turn it on, and you have to stand back at least 3 feet because the radiation coming off of this thing is enormous. So that's not even to say what's going on with the food in there. So I'm just talking about the radiation that's coming off of it. And there's so many children are like making popcorn and then having their noses right up, watching. It's vibrating like 300 million times a second, and it's vibrating the water molecules. Our bodies are mostly water, so we're being, impacted in that way. Think about it every day. So people are putting their water in to reheat their tea every day, and then they're drinking it. That water's dead. That has no life force energy anymore. So you want to be drinking water that's alive, and natural spring water or filtered water. But when you put water in a microwave, I know they've done studies where they show that the water that has been nuked, or they call it nuked, right? Microwaved, that doesn't germinate seeds. They water seeds to try to sprout them, and they're not sprouting. So why would we want to drink that? So all plastic leaches. It leaches chemicals, estrogenic chemicals into our bodies. Plus the fact that most of the plastics are not being recycled, so it's going into landfill. So you're not only hurting your body, but you're hurting the earth as well. So glass and metal bottles are the only way to go. Plastic can be a little bit lighter, but when it comes to your health, it's really not a good thing to do. The plastic that says BPA free, BPA stands for bisphenol A. It's an estrogen hormone disruptor. So now companies are coming out with BPA free. Now that doesn't necessarily mean it's safe, because they know that customers are smart, and they know that customers don't want to have BPA because there were studies that showed that this was a problem. So they say BPA free, but guess what? They're substituting it with BPS. Not tested, not safe. Use glass, use metal. Be smart. Get yourself a water filter and get either glass or metal, and that's the way to go. Never heat plastic in a microwave. Foods that contain certain acidic foods like tomato sauce and orange juice, for example, they will cause the plastic to leach even more, even if it's cold, not even heated. And also they discovered that baby bottles, even that they said BPA free, when they put them either in sunlight, UV or UV sterilizer for bottles, they emitted this fake estrogen. They're leaching estrogen. And we're wondering why our children are suffering, why girls are going through puberty early, why boys are developing breast buds so early. I mean, it's like, what? So plastic, get rid of it. Tap water contains pharmaceutical drugs, from Viagra to birth control pills to pain medication. It contains, they're fluorinating our water, which is not, fluoride is a neurotoxin. It's not healthy. There's just a lot of, there's heavy metals, there's formaldehyde, there's runoff from the soil. It's a mess. We don't have clean water anymore. So the best thing to do is to buy yourself a really good water filter, and again, put it in a glass or metal container. Tap water. I mean, they say New York City water is the best and all that, but it still has some pretty nasty things in it. Where I live in California, we have something called chloramines. It's a combination of chlorine and ammonia, and it binds together, so they say you need less of it, but it's very hard to filter out of your water, so you need to kind of make sure, know what's in your water. You can write to your water company and just find out what they're putting in to disinfect, and then find a water filter that will address that. Yeah, I love The Real Truth About Health. I mean, I love the name of it. Just that alone was very inspiring to me, The Real Truth About Health, because they're not telling us the real truth. And so when Steve invited me to speak here, it was a yes immediately. I didn't even need any details. I knew I wanted to come. I just would like to say one other thing. When I was diagnosed with my tumor 15 years ago, doctors told me that no one, that it would be in the medical textbooks if I could get rid of my tumor without drugs or surgery. that impossible, they said, that I could heal myself, and they told me that I need to have the surgery very quickly because this could turn cancerous at any moment. And so the fear factor was huge. And it took trust in my body and my body's ability to heal to really kind of go up against the medical establishment. And it took about a year for me to heal, but I did. And so it was a huge wake-up call. Our bodies are self-healing. We need to take charge of our own health, and don't wait until you get sick to make small changes. You make some of these simple changes, every day, and you'll see that your life can be great, can be vital and fulfilling. I'm 65 years old, and I feel like younger, and I feel like I look younger, and I feel better than I have in years, and it's all due to avoiding the toxins. I'm convinced the toxins that we're all exposed to on a daily basis.